the space was basically an empty hole in the ground. It was a derelict lot owned by the city of San Francisco. And yeah, it all started when I was teaching art classes at the Lighthouse for the Blind. And I noticed when I took my clients outside, it kind of enhanced their lives. And I think they felt more normalized. And so there was this empty lot that was full of needles and trash. And I was talking to a coworker at the time, and I said, wouldn't it be great if we could have that as a community space that was for everyone, not for people with sight, not people without sight, just, it's open space. It would be like a community arts garden. The space we're in urban San Francisco, and there was an auto garage here 50 years ago, and there was 2,000 needles laying around, and we had no clue what the soil was going to be like. And so we could have sent the soil off and tested it and done all these other steps, but what we decided to do was this process called sheet mulching, and it's almost like building lasagna. And so you take layers of cardboard and mulch and manure, and you kind of layer and layer and layer until you have several feet of material, and that kind of becomes your base structure. And eventually that cardboard does two things: it helps choke out weeds, it provides a barrier, but it also then will biodegrade and turn back into dirt. Cardboard is made from living products, so. So that was kind of our initial step, was clean up all the trash, pick up the needles. We painted the walls white, then we put layers and layers of sheet mulch down, and then we started building soil. One of the other really neat things is we're starting to see a lot more development of wildlife. So we're getting new bird species, we're starting to see different bugs, things like that were not in this urban environment before we started this project. So a nice gentleman named Dudley has a couple friends that like to keep bees, and he got in contact with Rob, and so they bought the bee box and ordered the bees and installed them, and they've kind of are teaching us a little bit as they go along. They have a program called the Blind Brewers, and their slogan is "They put the ale in Braille," which is super cute. And yeah, so they take the hops and they use it for beer making. Successful. Having a community space like this, it's a garden. It's one thing that's awesome is that it's always growing, it's evolving. There's always work to be done. Everyone's like, oh, is the project going to be finished? But it's never quite finished at some level, right? Wednesdays and Saturdays, 11 to 5, are volunteer days. We would love for anyone who sees this to come out and volunteer with us. We try to be pretty friendly around here. So, also, another thing people should note about this space is you don't have to volunteer. If you just want to come use it, have your lunch, just take some fresh air. It does not involve having to work or shovel or get your hands dirty. You can just come out here and just use the space. Just being part of it and being out here is part of the reason for the project.